Okay. It's been a little while since I did a little check-in. No, it's not comfortable. We are going to do a special kind of reading. I'm going to get into the overall energies of kind of union, and these are Lenderman, and I'm going to clarify with other, no, these are Kipper, sorry, and Lenderman. I don't really know if there's a difference per se. Well, I guess, yeah, we'll see. Let's just see what comes up. No tarot. Just energetic check-in. What's going on? Union. What's going on? Bereavement. All right. Union between the polarities, between the energies, between the masculine and between the feminine, going through bereavement. So this whole thing that we're in right now, we are transforming just so much. I feel like it feels like a huge loss of some sort. And maybe not everybody, but in some way, everyone is being transformed, like the whole world. And it's interesting how we're all gathered together for this old life that we all shared together. You know what's interesting too is we're letting this go maybe. I mean, bereavement is like you're still mourning. You've lost something. You know, your grief. Even just kind of the tone, looking at the image in the picture, it's like it's like a foggy day. Everything is real solemn, you know, like at my funeral, guys, you guys better be freaking dancing. Like, have a bonfire. Do an OG, like, Celtic burial for me. I want everyone to freaking, like, dance like a banshee under the moon for me. Anyways, but what we are definitely going through the world, the union, energy between the masculine and feminine are sharing a sense of bereavement. We can look more into that. Where's the best place to put this, guys? Where can you see it? I'll just put it there. Let's just talk this out, all right? We're just gonna figure this out. All right, so, all right then. So I didn't even get a chance to ask anything because my mind, so I'm gonna put those back. And that was like 8 cards that came out. But for the masculine, what is bereavement about? Okay. Theft. So for some, they feel like they've been stolen from. For others, they recognize maybe their opportunity to steal something away. I want to look more into that theft. Okay, so we're going to use the Lenderman for a clarifier. For the masculine theft, what is that energy about? Okay, so I'm also watching like Scandal in the background, so don't mind me. Lilies, okay, so having some sort of prosperity and virtue and good luck, and I feel like the theft, masculines are grieving, like this, I don't mean to laugh, it's really not funny, but the theft of some kind of like prosperity and joy. Yeah, I think that this theft on their lilies is actually them being stolen from. So masculine energy is they're bereaving, they're feeling kind of grief-stricken at the loss of some kind of very treasured, something very special to them. And so if you feel like something of yours that was really treasured, something that brought you a lot of joy and comfort and virtue and abundance, if you feel like that's been stolen from you, you're you know, you could be identifying with the masculine energy. Oh, that was blurry. But yeah, masculines are definitely feeling this loss. Feeling loss of something really valuable too. Like something that they kept important, or just had a high respect for, and something that's classy and graceful, like something that was very delicate was taken from them. I'm kind of curious to keep going and find out like what more is that. I want to find out, okay, with the lilies, let's see. Masculine, can you just clarify the letter? So, some sort of information, interesting, I'm getting about themselves. This could be actually as well something not coming through. I'm seeing it as like some kind of contract or some kind of goodwill. Oh my gosh, I hate when they always make the suffering sounds. Like, I can not listen to background noise like that. But yeah, I think that the letter is about communication and sharing a message. And I feel like the masculine energy is grieving some sort of stolen communication, some kind of important information that they were really holding a lot of value and cherishing on, some sort of maybe epiphany, theft of the lilies in the letter. Something they wanted to communicate, something that they wanted to be communicated to them, or that they wanted to communicate. They're like at a loss right now. Something is taking that away. Something is stealing it. They don't feel there's a black cat, like it's bad luck. They feel bad luck. Could be, I'm hearing like stealing their voice. They're upset because they're unable to share some kind of, receive or give some kind of news, which they feel is being taken from them. But it could just be like you steal my breath away. I don't know why that's coming to my mind, but they're not happy about not being able to have this sort of ability to communicate. I want to find out more about this. All right, I'm going to do one more. Jeez, masculine. It's like I said one more and you give me 3. So hopefully the masculine will open up and really talk about it. Oh. Being able to build something very, loyal and stable with themselves, but being confused about it. Okay, that makes sense now. Thanks. See, things always kind of pop out. Masculine energy is upset with the fact that their opportunity, their breath is their communication of something really good too. Like they have really good news that they want to share, or that they're waiting for, or that something is going to be shared, communicated, knowledge of will be made known. But it's being, sadly, in their eyes, it's being taken from them. This opportunity to be, for spiritual, personal growth, and to show, like this, with the clouds too, they're just, well, to show like this sort of loyal, loving, fun, playful personality, like this sort of good news about themselves, okay? And they're confused about it, feeling a little bit like lost as well. And maybe that's why it's like, you steal my breath away. Like I'm lost, like lost, stolen. In my mind, I just heard, like, not making excuses, but like you could see like how if you're confused, you would think like, oh, the moment is over. Boo-hoo, you know. Shit, I lost my fucking chance to communicate how much I genuinely am growing into this beautiful person. Like the lilies and the dog really signify like a beautiful and loyal, loving companion in the tree. Oh my God, this one is like, I think this one might be one of my favorites, because it's just about, like, the tree and the sun literally are my favorites, but you know, the growth, the the vitality, the health that they want to share, they want to communicate, and they're confused. They're being confused by something being taken. Something's being taken that is not allowing them to communicate or to share this new knowledge. That's kind of interesting. I wonder what is the despair is, what that confusion is. But you know what? Maybe it's just a time for rest. Maybe it's just a time for bereavement, because, you know, it could be that. Can you see this? Is it even in camera view? Oh my God. Anyway, it could just be that these certain behaviors of the past, possibly unsavory certain behaviors, are being deaded. And I mean, this is union energy, so everyone's going through this. This is kind of like what the collective is going through. So you're going to get put through it, right? If we're all getting put through it, it's just how you deal with it. They're seeing it as, wow, this is taking from my opportunity to really flourish and communicate how solid and to my growth I really am. They're confused if this loss of the old is a good thing, or is like a theft, or is it like to your growth? And you know, the funny thing is it's going to be a personal journey, however that masculine energy wants to take this. Like, if you're gonna, I mean, God's gonna throw at you what I mean, you yourself have prepared this path for you. So whatever you're going through at this stage, we're all getting hit with a moment of pause to look at what has been lost, celebrated, you know, like just looking at what is transitioning, what's transforming. You know, how are we going to look at it? Bereavement, though, you know, this is a loss. There's emotions that go with it. There's time that needs to be taken with this, okay? So I think that the confusion over am I being stolen from, because there's like all this really great work that's happening inside the masculine that they want to communicate. There's just this spiritual growth and this really beautiful blossoming and flowering of virtue. Was I going to say virtuosity? I don't know if that's a word, but virtue and, you know, fertility and abundance and luck and goodness, loyalty, playfulness. He's all holding a rose. Are you kidding? That is the cutest thing. Oh my gosh. Yeah. They're like, this bereavement, this bereavement is like confusing them. And it could be even stealing some of their joy and stealing some of this growth. So masculine, they're just clouds, okay? They're just clouds. You know the sky is behind there, so you'll get through that. Okay, take a moment. Oh my God, can you guys even see it? Okay. No? All right. Just take a minute, all right, for your to grieve and to pause and to rest and to look at a lot of different aspects of you know, maybe things that are being taken from you, are being moved away from you. There's like perspective to it, right? Oh my gosh. God, let me manifest a wonderful camera so that all my videos look beautiful and amazing, and so it is. Okay. Masculine, depending on how you're gonna look through these clouds right now at this bereavement, will be a personal choice, okay? Feminine energy. Whew, that was heavy. That was heavy, guys. All right, let's find out what the feminine. Ooh, child, tell me what's going on. Short illness. Interesting. You're not feeling too well. You could just be taking a pause out. Illness. Oh my gosh. I don't know why in my mind I heard mental illness, because it's a real thing, you know? Like, don't discredit the brain, or, you know, when you're exhausted just because, like, feminine, you just look a little ill, honey. You look a little green. Let's figure out what this is about. What is this short illness about? What is the energy behind the short illness? You know, you could literally be fighting some sort of illness. And actually what's coming to my mind right now, oh my God, this is crazy. And I think it's just because I heard the word today, or I've been hearing schizophrenia. That's actually a disease. I mean, it's not necessarily a short illness, but it's something of the mind. And so that's popping out. Like the thoughts that are, the uncontrollable thoughts that are popping up are making you sick or something. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know. I like that there's animals still by her though. Look, she's healing. You know what I mean? Like she's got the stuff on her table. She's got her fan. It's a short illness, but let's look into the energies of what is the short energies about? Short energies, short illness. What are the energies around that? The sun. Oh my God, I was just saying it's my other favorite card. Okay, the sun. Not being able to feel or touch the sun possibly, or if it's too hot. Actually, this probably is it. Like feminines, you're feeling a little hot, like it's heat waves going on in the world. It's like in August, and Northern America, we're having like heat waves and all this shit. So so I'm hearing feminines, like drink some water, drink a lot of water, just like 2 cups at once, like slam it, and then set a timer for like an hour, and then 2 cups, slam it. Like it's kind of really easy to slam, you know, you just like chug. Also, if you're not getting enough happiness, and if you're not shining enough sun inside of your pineal gland or inside of your mind, is what I'm hearing, do that to heal these like that schizophrenia, whatever that I was hearing as well, like the inner light. Shine some inner light. You're not shining enough inner light, which is why you're feeling this illness, this grief, mental illnesses, or if it is physical, you know, check on your ailments. You know, you'll have success healing these ailments, but there's something that needs healing. Let's keep looking. What is the clover? Could be your attitude. I'm hearing attitude. I don't know why I'm hearing attitude, like the way that you're looking at things, perspective. Again, the schizophrenia. What are you telling yourself? What do you think to be real? What are you thinking is actually really happening, and what is really happening, you know? Like I was saying to the masculine, take the time to reflect actually what is all going on, because in bereavement, you know, it's grief, it's sadness, it's loss. There's other things going on inside grief, though. For example, I always use grief as an example. Is like there's different emotions inside grief. It's not just sadness. There's anger. There's loss. You know, so you have different. You have to unpackage. You have to unpackage emotions sometimes. Like take time to shine all those different rays within. Just do it. Like just take a little setback, chill out. You know, go lay down, and use in my mind I'm hearing your luck of the Irish. Everybody has a streak within them. Like I don't feel like all humans I feel like are connected. I really don't care about like race at the end of the day. Like I recognize it. I mean, I'm human. Like I notice we have different features. But like above all, like we have a human resonance, and so you have the luck of the Irish. You know, like you're a human being. You can channel all kinds of potential from just having human DNA, you know. And so use your luck. Use the luck of who you are to shine all these different rays. Find, you know, there's different frequencies you can tune into to help clear these illnesses, you know, like when you're sitting and you're thinking of these losses and you're unpacking emotions and layers and you're doing the inner work, you know, it's like loss, bereavement after loss after loss. It'll make you sick. Lord Jesus, you know, your thoughts will make you sick if you don't shine a little light on there, or if you're not even letting yourself go touch the earth, you know, go not necessarily pick a flower, you know, let life grow, but go sit and admire it maybe, or just take like 2 minutes. You could even set a fucking timer. Like I love these ideas of timers, because you'd be like, oh, that's it, that went by so fast, and then you could reset it, you know. And what you're doing is you're pulling in the energy, you're pulling in the luck by taking that 2 minutes to visualize, like zoop, pull it in, zoop, pull in the solar rays, the codes from the sun, pull it into your pineal gland, pull it into your mind, integrate it into your DNA, because there's codes, not necessarily that you have to go sit under the sun if you're like fair skinned or if it's like too damn hot for you, but you can use your mind, you know, when you unpack what you're going through, whatever your loss is too. I'm going to get some more information because, you know, I went kind of a little distance with the masculine. Actually, let's see if she wants to say, or Divine Feminine would just want to say anything. Oh, goodness. How many is that? Okay, that was kind of a lot, but you know what? We'll take it. Oh, feminine. If it ain't always about... Okay. Feminine, you have to balance your inner masculine, please. I can't. Every time it's always like the king of something has to pop up, the emperor has to pop up when I ask about the feminine. So, you know, why do I say she? What the feminine is you know, feeling possibly that needs a little inspiring is that you will have balanced prosperity, wealth, abundance, joy. You will have the balancing of a partner that helps ground you or helps you feel safe. You will have the joy of luxury and abundance, luck and joy. You seriously are kind of mourning though, or feeling some sort of, it's making you sick. Whatever thoughts that you have about creating your success, your luck, your prosperity, your counterpart, and being able to keep that all together, you know, could be that it's making you a little bit sick the way that you're processing it, okay? So, if not, if it's not making you sick and you're actually just, you know, physically getting tired by the sun, again, consider the ways that, you know, maybe you can provide some sort of stability for someone else then. If you're doing well, if you're doing well in luck, or just in it yourself, and maybe your short-term illness is more of kind of like a setback. It's more of something that, like, well, I'm on pause right now, but I'm really not suffering. It's not, I don't laugh because, like, it's funny. Like, no, I just, sometimes I'm just thinking, like, suffering for real is like people not having, like loss of life, not having food, going hungry, like murder in the streets. Like, when I think of suffering sometimes, I, not to compare it, but in my mind, the images that come to my mind are like Sudan, or places, you know, like other countries where, you know, like Tibet, things like, I mean, that I'm aware of. Like, there's also like sweatshops, like fucking down in somewhere in California. You feel me? Like these people, like, this is what I think of suffering. So sometimes when I read these cards, and I'm being a little bit more probably superficial in my own way, because I'm just like, well, you had the gentleman and the fish pop up, you know, like, you could be thinking like, I want more, you know, and maybe that is what it is too. You really want more, but like, it's suffering, I guess, is just in the eye of the beholder. So when you hear me giggle, sometimes in my mind I'm just like playing out certain scenarios, like, what we think that's suffering, like not having, you think not having like money or a partner is suffering. Man, go to these other, like, just know about these other places, like children, elderly people. Anyway, I think that we need to look at something that will help us understand how to move forward with these energies, because it still feels like a little bit of confusion. Like, the bereavement really is kind of a, and you know, actually, maybe not. Sometimes, like, it could just be a bad day. Like, it's okay to be uncomfortable, guys. You know that? It's okay to have these bad, shitty fucking days where you feel like it's just nothing but nevermore. Look at all the black. It doesn't really look like a happy picture to me. I mean, they got umbrellas out. It's like, it looks like a drafty day. And oh, isn't that interesting? Is that death is even there. Death is invited. It's there too. Interesting. Let me look a little closer at this, guys, before I put it up again. And it's very interesting because death is actually the one looking at. This camera sucks, but he's like, doo-doo-doo. He got the side eye. And then it's probably hard to tell. It's like the priest and everybody else. And it's like the child. The innocence, you know, the future is what brings us through these transformations, guys, I think, is how do we handle this? Like, which way are we gonna go about it? Like, it fucking sucks. Losing, suffering, loss, having confusion, having mental illnesses, murders, violence, uncertainty. The shit fucking sucks. How do we come together and each of us contribute, you know, a piece of what we knew about this past that has brought us here together today. This transformation that happened, that comes for everybody. Come on, come and focus. You know. We're gathered here today to show the future how we are going to handle our bereavement through our clouds, you know, and through our short illnesses, through our thefts. You know, it's actually really cool is aside from like these cards about confusion and about sicknesses or feeling like you're stolen from, like all these other cards are like amazingly positive. You guys, look at how much beautiful stuff we are actually traversing. Like, look at what we are actually coming into. Oh my God. You guys fucking see this? Like, yeah, union is saying that we've all come together here today to mourn the loss. Who even knows who's in that casket? What if it wasn't that great of a person? Like, yeah, we show our respects for them, but we're just like, oh shit, you know, like great grandpa wasn't like the nicest. God bless his heart, you know, whatever the case. I don't know why. Lord forgive me. My grandpa was cool as fuck. But I'm just saying, like, sometimes, you know, children, they don't even know. We only tell them what to do, you know. It's like, go over there and show them some respect. And it's like, who knows what? Like, how are we showing the future, you know? We honor the past with respect. The transformation is going to come for everybody. And so how are we getting through this illness, the despair, the confusion, the feeling like things are getting stolen from us, is by honoring the virtue, the sun. It's so cool, the personal growth. Like, I was talking about these two are my favorite, and here they are, one for the feminine and one for the masculine. Do you see how beautiful everything is still coming about? It's still anchoring in these energies of prosperity, like the fish for the feminine and then lilies for the masculine is like joy, abundance, prosperity, virtue, really good, great things. And you have, you know, the dog and the clover, like luck, loyalty, joy. You have the letter and the sun communicating success, warmth, abundance, like true sun codes, like hallelujah, return of the solar king, you know, like these codes, like pulling them into our bodies, you know, anchoring in the sun. Anchoring in the sun. The goddess, you know, is our whole, holds the sun. Like the whole universe is our goddess, and the sun, it brings in our life. We can absolutely hold down our grace through this, like through the clouds. Wow, and even the bereavement and the clouds, it's like a cloudy day, you know? When we go through like these transformations, because death comes for everybody, everything. You know, that's the great thing about kind of like seasons and cycles too. Like, I don't think that we're taught this well enough in Western culture, is that seasons and cycles could be seen as like death and rebirth, you know, and you get through it. Like, it serves its purpose. Everything has its cycle, you know, everything has its development and its growth in the spirit realm. And these short illnesses and these thefts are just confusions for the mind. Like, it's kind of like the different rays of the sun. Like, what type of light are we bringing in? Because they're like, I just read a post about false light. There's a bunch of false light. You could shine false light. Like, the moon is false light, baby. We're gonna get into that too, how to deprogram the lunar consciousness, because that is siphoning energy from us. False light versus true light. And shining that light through your clouds, right? Shining that light. The many different rays too. There's many different ways to shine light. And I think that the energy is right now is just saying, honor what was, throw a little flower on there, you know. We all came here today. We're gathered here today. You know, hallelujah. I mean, life and death, that is just what it is. I don't think in the West that we are taught how to appreciate kind of like the roller coaster that comes along with actually holding down like what you truly desire and what you want, and to be that loyal, upstanding human being. It takes time to grow into that. You know, you have to suffer. No, you don't have to suffer, but you have to transition a lot, and emotions are heavy. You know, it feels there's an incredible amount of rays to be had while we're here, and the veil is confusing. You know, just be mindful. You know, like these things could be like I'm hearing in my mind, not to in any way diminish like the severity of schizophrenia, and if anyone is watching this that it triggered that in them, please know the only reason why I use that word is to allude to having voices play in our mind that are not truly there. And so I don't feel that schizophrenia is a joke at all. I've had people that I know, God rest their souls, is all I'm going to say, that mental health is real. And we need to be aware of how we are shining our light through our confusions and our sadnesses and our griefs, because not every day is a good day, guys. You know, we do have to mourn. You do have to mourn, absolutely. And which way do you turn your face, you know? To the clouds? Feels good. I love the rain. I love letting the rain fall on my face too. Cry, you know? Gotta let that flow. You have to let it flow. And then, you know, grow again, shine the light. Because guess what? There's probably going to be another day we got to join here. Heavenly Father, here we stand here again to come through this, to see through this, and again, to continue to be one of the many fragments, the many expressions, reflections of this creation. I love you guys. I really hope this helped. Have a good day. Know that Sun loves you. We love you, Sun. Have a good one. See you next time.